Hi and welcome home to my kitchen. Today's recipe is going to be spinach stroganoff casserole. This is a hearty casserole that will fill everyone up for a very good price. The recipe that I'm going to be making today will feed 16 people, and it's just a few simple ingredients. We've got 3 pounds of ground beef, a few simple spices, marjoram and thyme, salt and pepper of course, some tomato sauce, ricotta cheese, and cream cheese. We're going to mix in some chopped spinach and toss it with egg noodles. So all of these ingredients only cost $28. For 16 people, that comes out to $1.75 a serving. Great price, and it's great tasting food. So let's get started. The first step is to brown the hamburger. So you're simply going to put 3 pounds of ground beef into the pan and stir it until it's completely brown and cooked through. Then we will drain the fat off of it. Because this moves very quickly, you want to be boiling your water for the egg noodles at the same time, and you want to make sure that your oven is set to 350. Our ground beef is cooked all the way through, and I've drained it in the sink. So we're going to add our cheeses. I have 1.5 cups of ricotta and 1.5 cups of the cream cheese. And we're just going to stir this until it's melted all the way through and it's nice and creamy. At the same time, I'll go ahead and add my spices. So I want about 1 tablespoon of salt. And I want about 1 teaspoon of everything else. So, teaspoon of pepper. Oh, brand new pack. Keeping teaspoon of marjoram because I like marjoram. So, I'm going to give a little extra marjoram. And about 1 teaspoon of thyme, and I'm just going to eyeball it because I'm at that point in my cooking where I can do that. So again, I've got 12 ounces of ricotta, 12 ounces of cream cheese, some spices, salt and pepper, and we're just going to heat that through. The cream cheese takes the longest to melt, but it'll get there pretty fast. We're still waiting for our water to boil. Once this is heated through, we will add the tomato sauce and the spinach. Our cheeses are melted, our herbs rather, are blended, and right when this was ready, our water started boiling. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a 16-ounce package of egg noodles. Spilling a few, but that's okay. We'll just get them in there. Okay, let those boil. Now we're ready to add 1.5 cups of tomato sauce. And I think I'm just going to pour a little extra. And then we'll add chopped spinach that's been drained of all its water. You just squeeze it with your hands in the sink, get all the water out. So I have about 2 cups of chopped spinach. And we'll just stir that and blend that. This is our yummy, creamy stroganoff meat sauce that will be mixed with our noodles. Once we fold the cooked egg noodles into this, we will pour it into a dish, a casserole dish, and cook it for about an additional 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so our sauce is ready. Spinach and cheeses and hamburger. Our noodles are drained. I'm just going to fold this in into our sauce. Don't want to cook the noodles too long or they get gross and mushy. You want to take it out al dente when they're still a little stiff. That way they can withstand the stirring and the sauce and some additional bake time. Okay, I think that's mixed pretty well. So we're just going to pour this into a large casserole dish. Does not need to be greased or prepared in any way. Just want to get the last few chunks of spinach here. All right. Depending on your preference, you can cook it covered or uncovered. My kids do not like crunchy noodles on top, so I'm going to cook it covered. Put it in, start it out for about 30 minutes. It's nice and hot off the stove, so it shouldn't take very much time to heat through. I mean, it's obviously hot. Then when we're done cooking it, we will add a final layer of Parmesan, and it will be ready to serve. The timer has gone off. We're going to let the garlic bread cook for a little longer. All right. Whoops. So I'm just going to sprinkle Parmesan over the top. We'll let this sit while the garlic bread cooks for about another 5 minutes, and it will be ready to serve. Serve Brian up. There's the layers. Big man calls for big servings. Add some crusty garlic bread. And now it's your turn.